Chef Conor Woods. How you doing,
Hi,
man?
Shane, how are you? Long time no see.
Great to be here. How would you describe your restaurant? Like, I always took your restaurant to be sort of not fine dining,
No.
but sort of
A nice level of casual dining.
casual. Yeah, but getting onto the higher sort of.
Higher level of cooking. That's what I would have said. Just it's modern cuisine, cooked really well.
I would never have considered you like a chicken wing sort of
No.
destination.
Well, we decided with COVID that a lot of people coming around the village during the day may not have as much money as what they would like to spend in the restaurant, and we needed to get a lot more people to come into our restaurant because our customer base is quite small. So we put wings on and we put seafood goujons on, and a lot more a heavy emphasis on seafood. That's kind of where we're
So
going
what
towards.
you have to play to your crowd.
Play to our crowd, yeah.
Simple as that.
And we're playing to survive, because it's been really, really difficult, and I'm sure it's been really difficult for any other restaurant or any other business involved in tourism. It's been
I think for possibly somebody like yourselves, with the amount of covers you can manage in a night, as compared to somebody like I don't know, somebody who's got sort of a 90-seater restaurant and they lose 25 because they had extra space anyway.
Yeah,
you lose 25, you've lost half your
lost half our business, but we did our area up outside the back, and
which is fantastic.
And
people, you got to come and see it as well.
As long as the weather's are going, we will be able to cook, and I suppose our cooking is getting a bit more casual now, because you can't have 4 chefs in a kitchen. You can't have 4 staff on the floor because the numbers just don't stack up. So we've had to rebuild our menu and rebrand and go down the road of doing a really nice burger, doing really nice wings, and we've been flat out busy ever since.
I was always a great advocate of, if somebody does a burger, do a really good one, because there's such a difference.
Same with the wings.
Yeah, as you have been in the past.
I think some of my guests, though, my regular guests, are kind of going, what the hell is going on here a wee bit? And if any of them are listening, we will go back to what we were doing, but at the moment we are in pure survival mode, and we have to survive. We don't have
I think that's very true, right across the board, because no matter how big your restaurant, no matter how fine in dining you are, I mean, there's no way that the likes of somebody small like Ox in Belfast, or somebody can turn around somebody in how much? What have you got? An hour and 45?
An hour and 45. You can't do those kind of meals.
No.
And have the level that you want, a 7-course tasting, and people need to have 3.5 hours to do that kind of dining. And now it's like you've got an hour and 30 minutes, and the police are going around bloody walking into the pubs and the bars, and they're checking on everybody. And
they are very vigilant.
They are quite vigilant, They are quite vigilant, and
it's a good thing.
Yeah.
But it's a bad thing.
It's a bad thing. So, but we've got our outdoor area, and we're hoping that we'll be able to maybe cover in some areas and have some more heaters outside, and people are quite willing to sit on in the second sitting and then move outside, which is plenty of space in open air, and have a few extra drinks.
Like before the lockdown, before we realised COVID was here, and it is here to stay, we have to accept it. Say on a typical Saturday night, on a busy sort of summer's evening, how many would you do 2 turns, or would you?
Well, we used to only open up in the evening time, and now we open up in the afternoon, and we go all day. So we've kind of 120 would be the absolute max.
But at least you can still manage that with the new area at the back, etc.
And stretching our day out a lot longer. So we've also we've moved our chefs from a 5-day a week to a 4-day a week.
Okay.
So they come in much earlier on the 4 days, and we do the whole lot in 4 days. And we obviously pay them for their 5 days. They're getting the 3 days off, and that's how we're going to work it until the summer's over. And again, it's about survival, but people still want to come out and eat. They still want to eat good food, it's particularly fresh seafood, and that's what we got here.
Do you believe that, like, when the sort of the lockdown was kind of lifted over the last number of weeks, was it slow to start, or?
Well, for about 2 weeks beforehand, we put tables and chairs out on the street.
Okay.
And we took over the road, and I had got takeaway pint glasses, and I had takeaway wine glasses, and basically did fish and chips, and did burgers, and did chicken wings, It was almost like you were serving 1-star Michelin food to these people, and in plastic glasses, in takeaway containers, and they were just so excited to come out and to meet a friend maybe that they hadn't seen from Armagh, and someone was sitting here from
within spitting
Uri,
distance
and they knew everybody knew each other, and it just became a really nice environment. And it goes to show how much people miss interacting with other people, and it shows how important restaurants
we're like a herd of
are.
cows. We'll all stick together. It really is as simple as that.
I'm sad to see the bars are not being allowed to open up either.
They'll get there. They'll get it. It's very tough time for every business. And the only thing from our business that kept me sane, genuinely, was that everybody was in the same boat. Mm-hmm. And the funny thing about it is, I think the big boys realise they have to help the little boys, or they won't have enough little boys. That's their cream. That's the icing on their cake. So where guys close down on a Sunday afternoon, and they owed X amount to somebody, they can't come in and just say, "Give me the money."
Yeah, all our suppliers have been fantastic.
Yeah,
every single one of them have said, "We'll give you the space," and some of them I owed a lot of money to some of them, like hair raising stuff and like sleepless night stuff. And they said, they rang me up, and one of my wine supplier, Cassidy's in particular, and they said, "Don't worry, we know you'll pay, we'll supply you, blah blah blah." And they did, and they were true in the word. And we've already in 2 weeks almost paid that particular wine.
But they didn't put a gun to your head and say,
no,
"Connor."
Nobody. The only ones that put guns to your head are companies like Energia, utility companies, and you have to have direct debits. The banks, I have to say, were fantastic with us from the get-go. Ulster Bank have been super supportive. I mean, super supportive. The taxman has been very difficult with me, and energy companies and utility companies have been very difficult, and they're the ones who will be my major issue with.
But the good people that do business on a daily basis, you know, Connor Woods and his team here at the Baytree.
They've been absolutely brilliant. All my suppliers have been great.
So that's fantastic.
Oh yeah, Tony Kieran's they would supply our chicken wings. It's funny, we never had chicken wings on. It was only when we saw the Claremont putting them on, saying they had the best. I went, right, we're putting chicken wings on our menu. We can't even, no way.
You've been practicing how to cook chicken wings over the last 3 or 4 weeks, flat out.
No, not really, but they sell unbelievable.
Yeah.
Which is scary.
If I see chicken wings on the menu, I buy them.
Yeah, and I've never had chicken wings. I'd always be thinking, I better have scallops on, I better have a foie gras pate, so maybe casual dining is a bit of a way more forward for.
I think for the time being, you're right.
Yeah. It's when you start getting into having high-end food on it, you've only a certain small clientele that particularly wants that.
That understands scallops.
Yeah, and people will now come in and go, well, I'll have the burger and chips, and then drink 6 gin and tonics or cocktails and stuff like that, and their spend is just as great as the guys.
And the margin might be a little bit heftier.
It's a hell of a lot better. Yeah, so we're going to give it a spin, we're going to give it a shot, and we're going to see if we can survive, and that's all we have to do.
Connor, good men like you will always survive.
I hope
and
so.
Can I say thank you very much for having me here in your restaurant, and thank you very much for laying down the challenge, because myself, Justin, Jack, and wee Tori, who's 11 years of age, and I have to say she is amazing. Amazing as a judge. Unbelievable. I made sure I got my picture taken with her inside, because I mightn't see her again. But I will. She'll have something to do with the Yes Chef Awards in time to come.
Yeah, that's really nice.
She's fantastic. So listen, good luck. Fist bump.
Thanks, Shane. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers, buddy. As our final stop, did we save the best to last? I don't know. We have our Wingfluencers sitting here, and Justin, what do you reckon? How are we going here?
Well, we probably have saved the best to last. These Thai wings are really, really good, nice and fresh, lovely and minty, and the really good meat on the wings, and crispy. They're crispy as well. Mm-hmm. But the buffalo wings are definitely they're thereabouts for some of the best that we've had. The blue cheese sauce, I think, is the best that we've had so far. You think so?
Chef Jack?
Yeah, I've got to say, when he brought out the Asian style wings first, very impressed. Very, very precise flavours. You've got a beautiful light dressing with lime juice, fresh coriander, a little shallot. The lime juice just kicks it on. But then he brought out the spicy wings. The spicy wings for me have probably just about the taste-wise and spiciness of them is probably as close as we're going to get. The blue cheese dip is lovely. There's a certain amount of crumbled cheese through the sauce. Really, really good. Chips were a nice touch.
Yeah.
And he's actually brought us out a little bit of Carolina Reaper
Wow,
chili sauce.
That is smashing.
And I'm taking it with the chips, gently massaging my teeth with it so that the enamel doesn't fall off. But very, very good. This is excellent.
Tori, my little chicken wing. What do you reckon? The queen of chicken wings in County Louth. Tell us, what do you think? It's your last chance to shine on camera today.
Oh, okay. Well, I do like the Thai ones, I think they're called. They're very
Asian,
nice,
yeah.
and they have a nice they have a nice sweetness to them. But the buffalo ones are just lovely. They're both crispy and they are really, really nice. I like the chips and I like the sauce as well.
The heat on the actual wing as it comes out, the hot wings. Did you find that too hot or too? Where did you find that in your scale?
I found it a little bit in between to me. It was very nice. I quite enjoyed it.
Did you find having the hot sauce on the side a great option to, just step it up a notch?
Yes.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want it all over them.
No, you would not
No.
want it.
It's
Nice
not
little
one of those
dip.
wing challenge things.
No, you wouldn't.
No, you wouldn't want all. Well, unless you. Well, I'm sure you could do you up a batch.
No.
No, but if somebody wants to come and
Yeah.
wants to up the level, I'm sure
Yeah.
they'll have it.
That's the sign of a chef who's on top of his game. He's given you the option. If you want to take it up a level, that's fine. But what he's given us, for me, just hit the mark perfectly.
Yeah.
For probably the clientele that comes through his door every day.
Well, the strange thing about
Those chunks
the
of
strange
green
thing about
cheese.
this restaurant, although he doesn't claim to have a fine dining restaurant, the guy's really on top of his game when it comes to fine dining. But a fine dining chef making chicken wings like that as well.
Really good chicken wings.
It is an excellent. It's actually a great finish to our day. That chicken wing, the hot and spicy one, is probably in the range, at the top of the range of my wife Nikki's. She's the editor of Yes Chef. However, I really enjoyed. What was the name of the other sauce?
That's a Carolina Reaper chili.
Yes, the Carolina Reaper chili. That to me, a couple of dips just to make little beads of sweat. Maybe you can see one or two of them popping out there. So there you go. That's the chicken wing challenge. We'll be going off to deliberate and see which one we will choose to be the king chicken wing in County Louth. Thank you for watching.